Well, last week we made the cheese, so this week I thought we'd better make some crackers to make that snack complete. Stay tuned and see how fun and easy these are to make. All right, to make our crackers, I pre-mixed my clay. This is half Primo Ecru and half Sculpey Beige. So I thought that I was going to use just the Ecru, and the Ecru just looked a little too dark. So now I'm kind of loosely basing these crackers on some crackers I remember having when I was a kid, and I don't have any clue what they were. But I remember they had like little bits of pepper in them. So that is what I just sprinkled on there is some black craft sand. It's called scenic sand. I've had this for several years. You get it usually in the craft store over in the kids crafts area. And I'm just going to mix that through. Now, you may or may not want to run this clay through your pasta machine once you put sand in it. I've been using sand and clay for years, and I've never noticed any problems. I know some people freak out when they hear that, and oh, you can't run that through the pasta machine. Yeah, it might scratch my rollers in my pasta machine. But I started doing it long before I knew it was a problem, so I'm not too worried about it. Let's see. So I am going to get this mixed throughout so that it's more evenly distributed than it is right now. And when that happens and I get this rolled out, I'll be back. Alright, so that's mixed pretty evenly throughout. It's been rolled out to the second setting, which is next to the thickest setting on my pasta machine, and I've got it laid down on my tray, on my tile. What I have here is a little flower-shaped clay cutter. This one is about 3/4 of an inch in diameter. Okay, you could use just a 3/4 inch round cutter. I like the little flower. I kind of remember these crackers when I was little being like, I think they were flower shaped. I don't remember. I don't know what they were. I remember having them many times, but that's all I remember. It's kind of a vague memory. And when I thought about making crackers, that's what I decided to make. I don't even know why. So I am just cutting out as many as I can out of this clay. That one might have gotten a little close. The only thing I don't like about this clay cutter is it doesn't have the wider edge. Like most of my clay cutters have a folded over edge. This one, both sides are just the single layer, and it's kind of sharp. It makes your fingers kind of tender when you use this a lot. Whoops, did not want that to come up. Come on. You were supposed to stay on my tray. One more. All right. Now, let's see. If I can get all of this excess clay, I'd like to pull that off next. And I can just roll this extra clay off, back out again and make more crackers out of that if I decide I want more, which I probably will do. Let's get tool. Something in there that's skinnier than my fingers. All right, now this one over with the rest of these. Now I have this skinny ball stylus or dotting tool, depending on what you want to call it. First thing I'm going to do is kind of run my finger. I'm kind of rounding that very cut edge. Not a lot, just a little. I just don't want it to be a straight edge on the top. This will make them look more like they've been baked and they've risen a little bit. All right, I'm going to start by putting a little dot in the middle of each one. Oops, that's not the middle. I find I can go more neatly and evenly and make sure they're spaced the same if I do it this way. Like, now I'm going kind of in the middle of each petal. They're not going to be perfect. And this is much easier to do if they're kind of stuck to the tile a little bit. All right, now let's get some chalk out and start with our typical chalk that we use, kind of a golden yellow or yellow ochre color. I'm going to brush this over all of our crackers. I'm concentrating mostly on the edges, but it's okay if it gets around the middle too. Now I'm going to get a kind of a reddish brown color, which is typically my next color I use when I'm doing anything that's been baked. And this one we don't use as much of. And we just go around the edges. All right, now the last step. I'm going to flip these over. And I'll use it in my board, it'll be easier. And then that will be moved to a paper plate to bake on. I'll bake these off at about 275 degrees for about 7 or 8 minutes. And when they're baked and cooled, I'll come back and we'll see the finished product. All right, here are our crackers fresh out of the oven. They look so good. Oh my gosh, I am so excited with these. Excuse me. Those turned out so cute. So, I hope you enjoyed this little project. Oh, I wanted to show you, I cut one of my pieces of cheese into 4 pieces there. The dolls can have some cheese and crackers now for a snack. And there. I think that'll be really cute. Now, if you want to permanently attach these, you could either use some some 527 glue, or you could use some TLS and bake them. But I'm going to leave mine separate for right now anyway. And so that's our project for today. Be sure and check the blog post for some better photos. If you haven't found my Facebook page, my Facebook group, be sure and join us over there. The link is always in the description box. I'd love to see you join me there, and I usually post a few teaser pictures once in a while on what the videos will be. And if for some reason I can't do a video, I let the Facebook group know that. So have fun with your dolls, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.